Start at 17.
Time. And it says, this is Acts chapter 16 and verse 17. And it says, the same followed Paul and us and cried, saying, these men are the servants of the Most High Yahweh, which shew unto us the way of salvation. And this did she many days, but Paul, being grieved, turned and said to the Spirit, I commended thee in the name of Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, to come out of her, and he came out the same hour. And when her master saw that the hope of her gains were gone,
Acts 17.
This is Acts chapter 17, verse 17. And it says, therefore disputed he the synagogue with the Jews and with the devout persons, and departed daily with them that met with him. Then certain philosophers of the Epicureans and of the Stoics encountered him, and some said, what will this babbler say? Others, he seemed to be a setter forth of strange gods, because he preached unto them Yahweh Shai and the resurrection.
Right, so Paul was in Athens. Right? He was debating the Israelites there, and it said certain of the philosophers or the Epicureans and Stoics. When you look those up, there's just different belief styles that the Israelites believe in. Like an Epicurean believes in just a whole life of pleasure, basically. Solely pleasure. So a lot of them are probably overweight, right? A lot of them are probably, just gain themselves all over to pleasures, women and all that. And that's a lifestyle. And that's a lifestyle with most people, believe it or not. Just live your life solely of pleasures. The fast-paced life, right? High risk, fast-paced life with just pleasures and, you know what I'm saying? And basically YOLO, do it all now because there's no, wisdom Solomon too. Once you're gone, that's it. There's nobody that's going to judge you. Get it while you can, right? People like that. And like I said, a lot of them probably overweight. They didn't eat all day. Like each time. Then you had Stoics. The Stoics, I believe, they were more studied. You know what I'm saying? You also have philosophers back there as well. So when Paul came on the scene, they said, what was this Bible to say? These were strange guys that talk about resurrection.
It says, and they took him
I don't think you brought the other batteries.
Which one?
There.
I put it up there so the mouse won't run out.
And it says in verse.
You don't want to do that. Salaki.
Yeah. Secret report.
Oh, yeah.
In this verse 19, and it says, and they took him and brought him unto Areopagus, saying, may we know what this new doctrine whereof thou speakest is. For thou bringest certain strange things to our ears. We would know therefore what these things mean.
So they was asking Paul, right? Now let's see if a lot of them was sincere, right? But you're going to find out they was just in it for the... Paul was like the pastime now. We'll bring you here. What do you have to say? I'd like to hear what this gentleman has
to say. Verse 21, for all the Athenians and strangers which were there spent their time in nothing else but either to tell or to hear some new things.
So that's all they did. They were just in it for the sake of entertainment. They just wanted to hear something new. Well, I like what he's talking about. Hear what he got to say. So they weren't actually trying to learn to find the truth. Alright? A lot of them just there for the sake of talking about other gods and bullshit.
Exactly. The same stuff Jake do to this day. Talking about bullshit.
Bullshit. Absolutely nothing.
Hey, what about that basketball game a couple weeks ago, bro? Jake would bring up a basketball game from 5 years ago. It's a different year now, man.
Jake would, when it comes to sports, especially basketball and football, players and all that, what's it called that everybody like to do, ghosts, fantasy
football, fantasy team.
I've heard Jake's argue. I literally went in the job. I literally heard them arguing about nothing. Okay, they literally arguing about one person, how well he would do with this team or how well he would do with that team. You know, Jake like that conversation about sports. But these dudes literally about to fight.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Over nothing. Nigga, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. If he was on that team, he would have went this far and that far and that far. Nigga, bet $100 right now. Right?
Yeah.
Then next week, he did that. I think they're about to fight. Over nothing.
Niggas that don't even know that. This motherfucker don't know who you are, where you from. He don't even know you exist. I had a problem. He would go to games just to fight the other fans. Like, bro, ain't none of these players finna bail you out. You just doing this shit just to be done.
Yeah, niggas need to go going like this for how much you know insurance.
Exactly.
You know?
Niggas be knowing every basketball player name. They're like, bro, I don't even know a couple, man, because I don't pay attention to that shit, man.
Right.
You know, Jake be know the ins and out, every player, each team and shit. He getting mad at the coach for why the coach did this. But why you ain't worried about what's important, bro? So man, you should have did a run, man, to get in the 40-yard line and shit. Like, bro, you worry about the wrong shit. Not saying it's wrong to watch football, but it's like, damn, that's
Being
all.
absorbed.
Yeah, like you there or some shit, man.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say like in the kingdom, you gonna be having brothers invite you over. You gonna be going to this galaxy with this planet. This brother was going to Africa, South Carolina, kingdom, and all that. You go this college, man, let's keep it dope. You go to this brothers, or like brothers of mine, or stuff like that, you know. Or we'll go to this planet and set up shop, you know.
Do with like
brothers gonna have memories.
Athens and Ephesians gave the apostles special call to trouble. They were given to idolatry. That's where that Greek mythology, that's where all that comes from. God of war, all that is, Greek mythology. And you got some people that's so into that. You got Jason just so into
The shit. Like, not to cut you off and anything. Like, I was playing the game, playing God of War the other day, and I was looking at something, and basically it was Kronos and Zeus and his wife. I was just like, how the fuck did that work? You know, here it is a big ass titan, and it's a little ass average woman, bro. And I was going through the comments, somebody's like, how the fuck that work? You know, and I was like, see, it's a lot of bullshit in there, man. So it be people that actually go hard for that shit, man. Like, nah, man, Zeus, man, Poseidon, man. What the fuck?
Man, it was niggas in the barbershop working on that.
Man,
it's Jake gets so involved to that, and like they'll know. Like my first plan got it was like, oh, that's not. Oh, he good, he did. I'm like, yeah, okay. But they be like so, they know that like front to back.
Yeah.
And they act like it's real. I'm like, well, that shit not real. Because if that shit's real, that motherfucker suck. Because how y'all supposed to be guys and you get your ass beat by this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? You fucking suck. You know, that's not real. But it's like even Mortal Kombat. Raiden's supposed to be a guy, the nigga dead. The nigga get killed, but he's supposed to be a guy. So in the battles between the wars and all that, bro, all that shit originates from Greece and Rome, bro. That's all that shit that originates from
like that movie, Immortal, when they had came down to fight the damn Titans and shit, they was getting their ass kicked, man. And here it is, y'all supposed to be the guys of these lands, and y'all getting your ass kicked, man. And that's how you know the shit is made up, because if you're a guy, you're supposed to be omnipotent, not able to get killed, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Watch your house shot.
So you're not supposed to be lost in that. can like God of War, you can like the game, you can know about it, you can read comic books. You're not supposed to get lost in the shit. When you honestly think that there's gods up there, more than one god or something. Zeus and all that. The other nations supposed to be involved with it. They love Thor and all that because it's a so-called white person thing, and they want to look like them. Let them be involved in that. You're supposed to be involved in this truth, okay? But then you got guys like Ronald Dahlgren will see a chariot and be like, "That ain't real." But you probably know about Greek mythology and Zeus from front to back. But the idea of a chariot, which is in the scriptures, that goes past your head because he said in a simple sense. Every time you see the word chariot, that means it was a UFO. It wasn't. They described it how they described it. The scriptures, chariots are referred to as vehicles, pillars of fire, stars, whirlwinds, clouds, right? Mountains. You gotta have a spiritual understanding. What you think it's gonna say there? Unidentified or flying island. But you believe that's snow? You got a lot of smart, dumb Israelites. Yeah, you wrote books, but you a smart, dumb Israelite.
Just puffed up.
Yeah. Because you looking, well, I need to see UFO. You're not going to see UFO. But you are going to see a pillar of fire. Some clouds, some
What Jake want to see is an actual chariot come down right in front of him, just hovering in front of him. You're not going to get that, man, because you don't. How you want that, but you don't even simply believe, man. Because you can't say, man, I need to see the shit. I need to see them rotating in front of me. I need to see the lights. I need to see the... No, man, you got to believe in what that's in the scriptures first, man. Right. Because you can't say, I got to be... I got to see it. Man, you got to believe in your mind first, man.
Because he revealed it to his prophets.
Exactly.
Brothers you got stories to see him up close. And I'm talking about for real.
Exactly.
Bring you to tears. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna waste his time on that.
The scripture saying the things that was written for our forelearning. Like when we read the book of Maccabees, the Lord fighting for us, it sent the sword from heaven, man. Come on, man.
Kind of like, who are you to Yahweh Shem Yahushua? You know what I'm saying? He gonna bring the chariot down in front of you. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? Are you a prophet? You know what I'm saying? Are you close to Yahweh Shem Yahushua? Hell no, you ain't got to do all that for you.
You spend your time trying to debunk,
Right.
your own health. You ain't got time for niggas like that.
Right.
Like what that nigga probably believed that Yahushua is actually gonna come back on an actual chariot with horses and stuff. No, man.
Right.
That's not the case, man. He's coming back on the Father shit.
He believes Satan got kicked out of heaven.
Exactly.
No, you know what Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna show him? He gonna show him that nuclear fire. That's what he gonna show him. That's what he gonna see. That's what Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna that nuclear fire. That's what he gonna see.
Don't.
Hey, if that don't put fear in your heart, I don't know what.
Hey, but you had him like a fact.
All right, this verse 22. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, Ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious. For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with this inscription, to the unknown power, unknown God, whom therefore ye ignorantly worship, him declare I unto you, God that made the world and all the things therein, God that made the world and all the things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands, neither is worship with man's hands, as though he needed anything, seeing he giveth to all life and breath in all things, and have made of one blood and all nations of men for to dwell on the face of the earth, and have determined the times that before appointed in the bounds of their habitation, that they should seek the Lord, if haply they might feel after him, and find him, though he be not far from every one of us. For in him we live and move and have our being, as certain also of your own poets have said. For we are also his offspring. For as much then as we are the offspring of Yahweh, we ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold or silver or stone graven by art and man's device. In the time of this ignorance, God winked at. But now commandeth all men everywhere to repent, because he appointed a day in the which we will judge the world in righteousness by that man whom he had ordained, whereof he had given assurance unto all men, is that he has raised up from the dead. And when they heard of the resurrection of the dead, some mocked, and others said, we will hear thee again of this matter. So Paul departed from among them, howbeit certain men clave unto him and believed, among the which was Dionysus the Areopagite, and a woman named Damaris, and others with them.
Right. So he broke it down to him. He said, I see you all are too superstitious. Right? The guy from the worship, and let me tell you who he is. His name is Power. We come from him. He gave us our life. He gave us the spirit. And he raised up his son. We're also a part of him. We're made in his image. Right? And yeah, we need to repent. And it said what? Some mocked. Some, I heard you again. I want to hear that again. That was pretty interesting. Maybe for the sake of entertainment, we don't know. Some was for sincere, because it said what? Some claim unto him. So that's how we know that when we teach, we know that this word is going to resonate with the people. But our job is still to teach. Some mock, some have other ulterior motives. Some only in it for the sake of strife. Some only in it for the sake of gain and attention, like saw them. Okay. Because the scripture ever learning and not able to come into the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, but them guys there, they was what? They was just in it just to hear something new. What you gonna say to them? I like what he got to say. Hey, in Resurrection, that was another one that went over a lot of people's heads. And believe it or not, you probably got some Israelites today that just can't fathom it. Because they're too carnal-minded. They honestly, they look at the flesh and they say, man, you gone. What you gone? You gone. That's it. Ain't no coming back. You tell me he came back and he was there for 3 days, bro. You ever heard something like that, bro?
Who's doing that now? It was one nigga that said that. I forgot. One of the brothers put it in the chat. He was like, tell me who rose the fuck up and got out the grave today. I ain't seen it. I forgot who the fuck that was. But it was one of the professional scoffers that, brothers get on. Who doing that today? So I don't believe that bullshit. Okay, cool. You make more room for brothers that's sincere to be delivered about this motherfucker.
Right.
This is Acts 23 and verse 6. But when Paul perceived that the one part were Sadducees and the other Pharisees, he cried out in the council, men and brethren, I am a Pharisee, the son of a Pharisee. Of the hope and resurrection of the dead, I am called in question. And when he had so said, there arose a dissension between the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and the multitude was divided. For the Sadducees say that there is no resurrection, neither angel nor spirit, but the Pharisees confess both. The Sadducees didn't believe in spirits and resurrection, and the Pharisees believed.
Right, so you you had a sect back then, like we talked about Epicureans, you had Stoics, philosophers, you had Pharisees, and you also had the Sadducees. Now the Sadducees were also high positions of Israelites, right? When you look them up, you find out that they basically believed in the here and now, basically. They believed in the oral law, basically of the time of the Romans, right? And not to ordain the scriptures as the law, right? So if the Romans gave them a pass to worship on the day or keep the holy days, and but you still in the slavery and all, they said, look, we got to follow that law and not go to the scriptures, not go to the ancient, right? And they didn't believe in spiritual things, so they didn't believe in resurrection. They didn't believe in the resurrection or the Holy Spirit. They didn't believe it. But they were high position, high ranked men, you can say. So you're gonna have some that's not gonna believe, And believe it or not, resurrection goes over a lot of people. They sound like I can't get with that. But the saying is they couldn't get with it. So they couldn't believe in the Lord. Right? So you'll have your Ronald Daughters and be like, they got all this information. But some spiritual things they can't seem to grasp. Like the chariots. This is not grasping. And you're supposed to know so much, you should know that part of our songs swing low, sweet chariot. What are we talking about? Why are we saying swing low, sweet chariot?
Chariot already on the ground.
And to come forth and carry me home. And say Jordan. A band of angels. If you should know that, then you should know that that's not hard to believe when you read the scriptures about how the Lord guided us through the sea by a pillar of fire by night and a cloud by day. And the moment we made the land, we made songs. We made songs. All those songs did was carry on, passed down generations. It just goes back. It goes back to our songs. But you can't seem to get there, and you in my case, you say we're nuts, right? And you don't believe that Northern Kingdom is a part of the tribes. So you're a black only Israelite. So it shows that as much knowledge as you may know regarding the slave trade and all that, you lack spiritual discernment.
Right.
You lack spiritual discernment. Right? And if you do anything, you know that the first slave ships didn't go from the east to west, they went from west to east. And it consisted of about 500 Native Americans and Pacific Indians to be slaves, right? To, what was that?
Seville, Spain. They gave some to the Pope.
Ferdinand and Isabella. They weren't born that.
Others they died because of rebellion. And they made movies on it. I forgot what movie it was, but they showed Christopher Columbus coming back, him and his crew, and they brought Indians, Israelites. They brought them before the Queen, right?
They show you that in that movie Apocalypto.
Yeah, I believe that's the one.
Well, it was mainly at the end. You had them damn devils that getting off the ships, small boats coming to the shore. Damn devils.
So you have as much information, and you don't understand that curse also applies to them.
Yeah.
You know?
We saw love a fool like that, man. Let's believe the shit that he say, but you don't believe the things of the spiritual that benefit you, motherfucker.
You ain't playing with a full deck.
And not only that, you had the Moors. Like the Moors, the reasons why y'all asses even got over here in the first place. Alright? Because it was damn near like the same way how you got jig in politics now. It's the same way how you had Edomites that was quote unquote politics in like the royal palace and stuff. That was basically like, yeah, as soon as this nigga King James put his guard down, yeah, we gonna hop into power. That's pretty much what it was. Like the whole rumor of him being a homosexual. That came out after he died.
About somebody he was from Ireland.
And that's just slander. Of course, wait till his pastor try to slander. You know what I'm saying?
Because like the Moors, they was real high-level scientists and you know, archaeologists and map makers and stuff like that. Cause man, you damn devils, y'all was doing all type of stuff over there in Europe.
Caves running into each other's clubs.
Right.
Before y'all even been, I didn't even know how to wash ourselves up, man. We had to teach y'all how to do that shit because y'all ass is just punky as hell, man. You know? Even to this day, they don't even know how to take showers properly, man. Yeah, because they
soap.
Exactly, just use the bar of soap, man. You know?
I like the big clip. They asked one Edomite woman. She was like, I only wash my hair.
I was just gonna say that too, damn.
You said what now?
She said I only wash my hair.
She only wash her
And
hair.
she let the water and
Okay.
the soap fall down, and that's just supposed to clean it.
Yeah, okay.
I heard what, what's his name, the Liver King said. He said, I don't take a bath. And the dude was like, so when you go take a doodle and stuff, he was like, what do you do? He told us, so, I just let the water just clean it. I'm like, nigga, that's like you back in your roots, bro. Keep doing that. Yeah.
Shit,
Sweet corn smell.
what type of water?
That's all I'm saying. So, like, you can't make this shit up. Like, where you gonna take a bath at, man? Oh, I'm gonna hop in the water in the river and shit. You still trying to get clean, right?
Yeah. See, hey, that's some animalistic shit right there. You know, that's how animals, you know, it's an animal shower.
That Edomite family led by the woman. She said they run one bath water for the whole family. And that shit was black.
That shit look like coffee.
And they like, no, he said, and they use a little bit of soap, just a little bit, a little squirt. They talking about soap. They want to save money. So they use one thing of water for the whole family. And that thing was black.
It's like shit look like turpentine.
And then just a little bit of soap for both your hair and your body.
I was at that place 36 in St. Louis. There was a group of Edomites down the damn elevator. Imagine this, it did not stink at all. It was just me and my rib. As soon as they got up in there, it started smelling all dirty dog in there. I'm like, God damn!
They do. They smell like wet dog.
Yeah, when they get wet, when it rains,
They smell like wet dog. And they know.
Sweet
Man, all you heathens stink for real.
They got their own distinct smell. Elon, mustard,
Yeah, right.
mustard and sandwich meat and food.
yeah.
You know, hamite, ass, feet,
Salt and pepper.
straight up. Like, I asked Edomite one time, let me get a towel. This motherfucker came back with a beach towel. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you ain't got no little square, the little square towel? Or what you mean?
Yeah, like a
What
face
do you
rag.
mean? I'm like, oh, hell no.
That was a t-shirt. I hate
Everybody hates Chris. Oh, yeah, when the
Yeah, and the Edomite was like, I just use a bar soap.
doesn't everybody wash it? Like, she's like, well, why?
She was like, you black guys, you people, you really want to use rags?
Yeah, like you
They
gotta.
hate to be clean. Bro. They
Yeah,
don't wash their hands.
Oh man, hey look, I was at work and I was using the bathroom. Edomite, he came from taking the number 2. So his ass get on the phone and shit and just walk out the bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? And you finna go touch shit up in here, bro?
They really hate, bro. I seen chefs do that. They hate to be clean.
Yeah, and that's why I hate shaking the Edomite hand, man, because it's like they hand just feel weird. Like, why y'all hand always feel sticky and shit, man?
Yeah,
My real brother tell the joke. I was listening to, I forgot who the brother was in GMS. He said, man, these Edomites will literally whack themselves and come shake your hand and shit, man. They sick as fuck, man.
I had gave the cashier, I was getting shake from that Edomite, and I put gave the money, and like she got it, but she did like this, and like her fingertips had hit me. Instantly, it was clammy and shit. I'm just like, man, I gotta go wash up, man. Like, that shit just felt nasty as hell. Like,
Hands that type of
moist
They don't like
hand.
it. When they in the bathroom, they only feel obligated to wash their hands because you standing right there.
Right.
Some of them still.
Right, if you see them, they'll wash. Some of
They'll
some
hit
of
a
them.
little,
Yeah.
Let the
Devil
water
will just
touch
run
it.
to the sink, no soap. Like, you just took a shit, my man.
Yeah,
And you just gonna rinse some hands
Yeah,
off.
the devil.
A pinch of water.
You really hate to be clean.
But hey, look, and
Eat the
these,
spirit.
look, these motherfuckers wearing suits and stuff too. And I seen this damn Edomite. This motherfucker, like the urinal, this motherfucker used it, flushed it, and then walked out the bathroom.
See,
You know?
And they be killing me. They be like,
man, Jake don't flush public restroom.
They be like, please don't use your feet.
Yeah, let's
I
do-
be like, motherfucker.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
yeah, see, that's how you know. That's what the Lord said. The portion of Jacob is not like them, man. Because, man, I was watching the video of how Edomites run themselves. It's just weird, man. You know, by everything they do, it's weird, man. By the way they walk, by the way they talk. Just like I sent that video to you brothers of that Edomite running and shit. It just looked like it's animated or some shit, man. You know, it just don't look natural. By the way they cook, man. You know, they cook their food still with blood in the middle and shit. You know.
You see that one Edomite that made the bread, the butter bread, with the eggs and beans and baked it. Come on, some and then put cheese on it. I said, boy,
You see the macaroni one? She literally put a block of macaroni in the middle of the thing, then put the macaroni shells in there. And then Jake was doing the video, he's like, damn, you ain't gonna put the shit in the water? You know? And then she put like 3 different cheeses in there and just put the shit in the oven. I'm like, man, God, this is sick, man.
That damn macaroni was crunchy as fuck.
Exactly. You needed some damn cereal and shit, man.
I'm at my last job, the chef. You know, when you a chef, you got rules, right?
Yeah,
So you gotta
strict
make sure
rules.
when you cook, it's gotta be done. But the Edomite didn't want the shit to be done. She basically said, I want to meat. And for like 10 seconds, flip it over. All right, that's it. But he's like, hell no, man, this shit ain't, no, that's it. So it was just a pool of water, egg yolk, basically. He just handed it to him. You're like, bitch, you didn't even cook it. And it's still moist for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a lot of these Edomites, they even heat eggs over easy. Which is shit still runny.
Yeah, they get mad.
Man, that shit is disgusting.
Looking like snot.
Yeah.
She was like, that's it. I'm like, he literally just put it on because he was just like, bitch, I just put this on the damn thing. What the hell? That's it.
Healthy as hell.
Why don't you just
Sear
take the
marks,
fucking
that's
egg
it.
yolk and then just eat it? And that's all you really want.
Oh, they
You ask-
will.
You ask the motherfucker to cook it.
Just
Just take the damn egg. I should, bitch, here's 2 eggs. There you go.
Jake is funny as hell when they be talking about Esau when they eat their meat and stuff. Because I remember watching the video. They're eating my squares. I think it was like a brisket or some shit. Squeezing, the blood came out. Jake told us, nigga, you might as well bite the cow, goddamn.
Right.
Damn,
Jake shit funny as hell.
just real quick, damn Edomite social media. You know how like you go on the Quick Trip and get the like the hot dogs and stuff, and they got the little carrying case for the hot dogs. Damn Edomite had the damn hot dog and he put it on the counter.
Oh, no.
But he was paying with his money that he got it. He walked out.
Gonna put some seasonings on me somehow. Damn. This is
Nasty,
Job 30 and 1.
Edomites
now-
are nasty.
But now they that are younger than I have no derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Talking about these Edomites. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine there were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Like you know, Jake and some of the other nations chased them into the caves, man. Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. And I looked this up, man, like the juniper roots and mallows, them like sticker bugs and shit. You know, the motherfucking the green plant that got the look like blades on it and sticky. That's what that shit is, man. It's actually a healthy plant.
I think it's called crabgrass. Is that what they call it?
Yes, yeah. It's actually a healthy plant if you, during certain seasons, you can harvest it and like use it for health benefits. But it's only certain times of the season. But they were driven forth from among men They cry after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they bray under the nettles, Salakia, the nettles. You know, that's the sticker bugs.
Okay.
Under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. You know, the scriptures tell you all about it.
Right.
How you more dirtier than a pig, man? Like, damn, man, here it is, the pig, the most dirtiest animal on the planet, and y'all dirtier than them, man. You know, that just shows a lot, man.
I said viler than the earth, so like wherever they was walking and spitting and pissing on the ground, like shit more worse than that.
And everybody already knows the come to your women and animals, man, which I know, especially with them dogs, and the men too, especially with the women too.
Yeah, say, man, best friend, yeah, that's your best friend for sure.
How many times you hear women now, oh, dogs are better than people? What the fuck you mean? Like, how?
We know what you mean when you say that, you damn people.
Nasty bitch.
I was gonna say, so like the Jordan Perus is basically like you ever seen the movie Karate Kid? He had the Buzz Out tree. Yeah. So that's pretty much what it is. Like a small tree.
Like mallows on there too. Mallows. I think that's like a bug or something. Like a bug, like how a yam or a beet.
Mallow roots. Marshmallow parts.
I think it's like a bug or something.
Okay. So yeah, it kind of like a herb.
They don't like to be clams. Oh, did Jake woman come in, she always, Lysol, her computer, Lysol, everything. Either might come over, I think people crack me up when they use that Lysol. It's just gonna get dirty again. And she just looked at it, she's like, hey, that's why I'm Lysol, because you don't know ass over here. You don't really about bleed. You need a water hose. I was cracking up. But yeah, I was like, well, thanks for telling me. That's how I know I need Lysol. Because no ass over here. You don't care about me. You saw mock at clean. They hate to be clean, bro. They hate it. They don't like to be clean.
When I'm working in them multi-million-dollar homes and shit, big ass mansion, they don't clean them fucking houses themselves, man. You know, they be having a little escort female up in there cleaning it up for them. They cleaning the whole damn house, man.
They dirty, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and man, I remember one time just seeing the trash and shit, like, god damn. Like, if there's a Jake on, this house stay clean, man. Cause you know Jake be on some petty shit when it come to cleaning, but damn, it should stay clean though.
Yeah.
But Esau on the other hand, it's like fuck it, man. The toys be everywhere. Cause I remember one time I was coming to this one house. Mind you, they got a glass front, like you can see directly into their house. Toys everywhere, Legos and shit, Barbie dolls, trash and shit. I'm like, y'all sure y'all wanted a house with a glass front? That's embarrassing, man. I bet you the house stink too.
First thing Jake say when they go into a house and it's fucked up, oh, you need your ass beat. Because Jake, for the most part, will get his ass beat for not cleaning up and shit. Like,
Yep.
Nobody, it's uncomfortable. Yeah. The house feel more soothing when it's clean, man.
Exactly.
Like, but that's just show you the difference between us and them, man.
And maybe it was a video. I think I sent it to you brothers. Basically, this like he worked for Spire or something like that, gas company and stuff. They was coming in his house and stuff. And he was walking around, he had all stuff everywhere, man. Paper, shit everywhere. So he got to the corner, like, man, what the fuck is this? And the man was in there, he walking barefoot through all the trash and shit. He's like, man, is this human shit? He's like, yeah. And he was like, oh yeah, bro, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Like, just taking the shit in one corner.
Bro, they take shits in the shower, bro. And then act like that's normal.
It's a name for it. It's called waffle stones. Like,
Oh, what?
they shit in the shower and then stomp it through the drain like it look like a waffle. I swear.
Because I remember that stupid Eater White bitch. I guess she was trying to be funny. She made a video, so we all shit in the shower. And then And as Jake responded like, what the fuck? And multiple Jake said that, that'd be fucking heat. I couldn't even fathom imagine doing some shit like that. Bitch, the toilet is literally right
Jake can hop out the shower 2-3 times again. She just gonna squat. She just gonna squat.
Yeah.
They got a name for it. I would have never thought about this.
A waffle stone.
It was like this meme on social media. They was all like, yeah, we all done it. So they just got like this picture of a shower and then like a white arm with a piece of shit. Just throwing the shit in the toilet.
Nasty, that nasty, man.
Hey, they gross.
They need to shit in some cat.
We know what's said in the book, the 13th tribe, by another German. He studied you Amalekites, and y'all got all kind of vile practices.
Yeah, you
wear your drawers until it disintegrates, but you don't believe in changing drawers, which means you don't believe in changing shower. You don't shower. You also don't believe in having your women covered up, so they come to the table naked. And their belief was, so a man won't lust to see what's behind it in his rash. And he said she would open her legs and scratch her crotch, all that at the dinner table. You know?
Oh, no.
And that's just supposed to be okay.
Damn, can you imagine being on a date with a woman like that, and you come to her family, you see the man, wife, come on, like, what the fuck am I, bro?
They believe in that cut.
Yeah.
That's why we gotta put you eating the slave.
That's right.
Never deal with that. Ever.
Yeah, y'all gonna be getting some mean ass fucking whoopings, man.
You're gonna have you're gonna have a damn Edomite going. Hey, in the kingdom, man, even in the kingdom, you know, Edomite's gonna be going off. This motherfucker gonna be like, yeah, you can have my wife or some shit like that.
Punch him.
Like, no, motherfucker.
Put his ass to outer space.
Yep.
I'm gonna punch his heart out his chest with that shit. Don't say that stupid
And we're
shit.
gonna have Ham as your taskmasters, and I'm gonna make sure that motherfuckers are clean. They hate taking bad motherfuckers.
Rub them with Odillo shit.
Like, you ever seen like the world's dirtiest man? It's a Edomite.
Yeah.
Free as
Y'all
fuck.
seen that?
He was over there in Russia, wasn't he?
I could've
I don't
guessed
know where he was
Did he
at.
die?
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, I seen
Yeah,
that.
like he died when he took his first shower.
Hey, that dude was brown as
Allergic to
hell,
clean.
man.
Allergic to clean. You know, he had all type of squares on him, man. That's why they beat filthy like that. It opened you up for them squares.
Everything clean. That nigga ain't making
He tried it and died.
He like,
I got,
I should have just kept him dirty.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, starting at the 11th verse. Therefore, whether it were I or they, so we preach, and so we believe. Now if Christ be preached that he rose from the dead, how say some among you that there is no resurrection of the dead? But if there be no resurrection of the dead, then is Christ not risen? And if
I'll hop my shit.
yeah, oh, sorry. It's a lie. But
yeah, so even when Paul was writing to the men of Corinth, which he was his most he had the most trouble dealing with them because he had to write 2 books to them. Okay, they did all kind of things, leaders, you know what I'm saying, adulterers in there, all kind of stuff, different doctrines, all that kind of stuff. And he said that why some of you say that the Lord isn't risen? So you actually had Israelites in the circle. You don't really believe that resurrection stuff, you know. You don't really believe that resurrection stuff. You don't really believe that actually happened, right? It's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But some did. And he said that that boy cracked me. He said that if
Sing that to me.
so he had to teach them, he had to tell them, like, look, if the resurrection didn't happen, then basically everything we standing for is resurrection. So, but guess what? They may know the Israelites, they may know the Gentiles laws, right? But they didn't believe that resurrection was a spiritual thing. So you're gonna have Israelites who can't get certain spiritual things. Ronald Darden, he's basically a false prophet. Because he's denying the chariot. That's a part of our history. That's part of our history. And you're not acknowledging that the northern kingdom of Israel is you're not a prophet. Just because you make a movie in the right place. It just means you do research, but you lack spiritual.
I was just gonna say just real quick. He's actually an Iranian man, but I think that's to see the Easter got mixed in with the bastards.
All right, starting back at the
He looked like an Edomite.
yeah, 1 Corinthians, starting back at the 1 Corinthians 15, starting at the 13th verse. But if there be no resurrection of the dead, then is Hamashiach not risen? And if Hamashiach be not risen, then is our preaching in vain, and your faith is also vain. Yea, and we are found false witness of Yahweh, because we have testified of Yahweh that, testified of Yahweh that he raised up Christ, whom Hamashiach, whom he raised not up. If so be that the dead rise not. For if the dead rise not, then is not Hamashiach raised? And if Hamashiach be not raised, your faith is in vain, ye are yet in your sins.
Because who's the mediator for your sins now? Exactly. So some, believe it or not, some can't grasp the idea of someone being brought to life.
Right.
If I may say, then he say we be made false
Yeah.
witnesses because the Lord came to some of the disciples, man. You know, some people did see him
Right.
when he was resurrected. So he's saying, are we false witnesses? You know, like we'd be false witnesses if he wasn't raised, then that means he was lying. And you know, all this is in vain. Like we ain't no salvation coming. Like we just over with.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
But believe it or not, you got Jake that they can't grasp it.
The only thing is, when Jake say those things, they just simply just don't believe. They do not believe. Because the time when the thundering happened, some heard actual voices, and some just heard thundering. You know, it's showing that, hey, till this day, man, us that hearken into the word, we heard actual words speaking unto us. But for those that actually don't get what's happening, they just hear thunder instead. So they can't perceive what's going on. That's why Yahushua said, blessed are your ears, man. You know, blessed are your eyes and your ears for they see and they hear. You know, we see the things and perceive it, and we hear the things we understand when we hear it. You know? Exactly.
It says, there's more shown unto you than most men understand. Like the rest, that's nothing. Most, believe it or not, some people just can't believe that it's possible for the Most High to raise somebody. What? Take me serious. He give us life, but once we're gone, I can't help you no more, bro. You're gone. You know? Now, yeah, the scriptures tell you that once you're gone, you're gone. But it's nothing for the Lord to raise up again. And some can't believe that some don't get the chance.
Just like example with Paul, they stoned him, man. You know, he damn near he damn near almost gave up the spirit, man. But the Lord sent him back down.
He was dead.
He was dead.
Yeah,
man.
he was in third heaven.
Exactly.
So
the Lord sent
he's
him
seen
down.
kingdom of heaven, well, not the kingdom of the earth, but the kingdom of heaven, where the Most High's angels do. So
He
Lord's
couldn't
throne.
God, he couldn't even utter the things he's seen.
That's the point. Some can see some certain things, some just can't. They like the cherry. Somebody like Brother Garden won't be satisfied until he see one up close. Then an angel come down and admit, yeah, I'm an angel. It's my will. Because everything you go through, like the mosquito, just an object. I don't know where to go. You see an angel. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you got Edomites coming out confessing this like, man, this like we've been holding this back, like, because if this would have got out, you know, surely people would never listen to, you know, the ruling class anymore. You know.
So, hey, listen. Hopefully what you understood is, man, this is not a thing of entertainment. And if you think this is about entertainment, then you're in the wrong business. I'll put it that way. Okay? Because you're supposed to receive with meekness and grab the word that's able to save your soul. You're supposed to get the milk, understand the milk, and so that you can be saved, so that you can have understanding, not for the sake of just debating, right? Not for the sake of just arguing. Okay? Because at the end, what's the end goal here? Right? If your end goal is to convince me of something else, and I'm gonna tell you that that's not gonna work, because I'm firm in my stance. I believe that this is it.
Right.
So if that's the case, then we've already understood. I'm not gonna change. Right. So what's next for you? Right? Just to argue and debate more. Guess what? Our scriptures tell us to avoid questions that just muster strife, and it's really not about edifying you. Okay. I can see that you're not sincere. Right. That's our job. You know. So like I said, this message isn't to that individual per se, but it's for all of you. Because they're starting to come in now. Free to ask you questions. And I would say you can really, we'll answer it. I will answer it. It's a challenge sometimes for me. But you can really take those things anytime. It's there, man. So you should seek edification rather than just things to others, strife and things arguments. It's not against you, you know what I'm saying? That's what women do. Because women that argue about something, they don't even realize what they're arguing about. Don't even realize they just want to argue. You know what I'm saying? We are different. Okay, but the scriptures warn us there's going to be guys out there that's like that. So that's why the apostles always say, what? Well, you're just going to be entertained. You should be entertained. You want to be entertained? You just go watch this group. Go watch that group. Because our job is simple. Y'all got any other scripture? With that, we hope it was edifying. We'll give all praises to you.
I'll
say, don't water the apostle. And the Bible ball.
The Bible ball.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I could not contain myself.
Oh, no, you good, man.
That was just so funny, man. I didn't know nothing about that, but
Me neither.
for him,
I'm trying to find one with the pearl.
he said he died. He took his first shot and he died. Yeah, right.
I didn't know that part that he died.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't know. I thought he died from just being dirty and
That is the
all
funniest shit
that
I ever
shitty,
heard.
man.
That was hilarious.
Hey, don't it say that in Ecclesiastes, Sirach? The spirits
Created for vengeance. Oh my goodness. That was too much. That was too much.
to the good, to the righteous. They are beneficial, or to the wicked they are.
Wow. I'm sorry.
You ain't even drowned in, you just died because of touch.
Wow.
Look, he probably was in that song.
Oh my goodness. It shocked the system and it killed it. Golly,
How
man.
many years? I said you were about 67.
67 years out of shower. I can't even
Dude.
I can't even go like a day and a half.
Day and a half.
Hey, you know his ass screamed when that what? Hey,
That was too funny. I'm sorry.
damn, they probably had to force him up in there. They probably threw his ass in the water or some shit, man. Like, your ass funky as hell. I think they did say that he used to live on the outskirts or some shit.
Yeah. It was like an abandoned building and all kind of shit. Trash and shit.
Where did he live at though?
It was in Russia, wasn't it?
Russia? Man, we cold the motherfucker in
That's what
Russia.
I'm saying. Iran. Okay, but yeah,
Well, it be hot in the motherfucker in Iran.
he lived in like, it looked like an old town that got nuked, and he was just living amongst the rubble and trash. And
Yeah, they say he used to cover himself with dirt and shit. Man,
What? To protect yourself from the sun?
what
Or?
the fuck?
That motherfucker take a bath like a damn chinchilla.
oh yeah.
You know, like they be like taking baths in dusty shit.